Hello and what's up, whoever you are out there watching this video. My name is Seth and I'm an artist and illustrator from Stockholm, Sweden, who decided to start making YouTube videos. In this first one, I tried to show you my usual workflow and process for making stuff to post on Instagram. Yeah, I'm pretty excited to launch this first video. I tried to put in some B-roll, some music, keep it interesting for you. If you want to see more of my work, you can check it out on my Instagram. I think that's it. So I like to start out with a regular pencil sketch at the moment in my sketchbook that I just started, but other times on a loose sheet of paper. I use a 2H. I feel like it smudges less and is easy to erase but still makes pretty solid dark lines. For the sake of the video I'm gonna do some ink lines, although it's for me unnecessary since I'm going for the digital finish on this one. Micron 0.5 is my go-to fine liner. The way I like my lines are pretty loose and rough when it comes to my own work. I don't like it too perfect. Here we go, now to one of my favorite things to do, watercolors. I really enjoy doing sort of abstract flowy backgrounds. I just try to be very open and go with my instinct when picking colors. Usually I make a wet square that I then can play around with, just adding colors here and there and see what happens. The hard part can be to stop at the right time. Only you can decide when it looks interesting enough to stop. Watercolor done, sketch done, now I take photos or scan what I've got and start working in my iPad. I use Procreate and I have recently bought a brush kit and some templates from True Grit Texture Supply, and it's the Debaser Comic Lo-Fi Coloring Kit. Anyone who like that retro comic look should definitely check them out. Now to the digital process. I start out with opening one of the templates that I got from the Debaser kit. I import my sketch, or in this case my inked piece, and lower the opacity. And I open a new layer over the picture where I would do my line work. As you can see, they have this black ink mask within the template that you can use with the matching brushes to get that old retro distressed look on your lines. You do have to make sure you use white ink on the black mask for it to show properly. Personally, I don't use this, at least at the moment. Instead I just stick with the brushes that comes with the kit and do solid black on a regular layer. It's hard to tell here, but some of the paper texture still shows in the lines, and I like this look more. When my lines are done, to make things easier for me, I duplicate the inked layer and I color by dropping the colors in the second inked layer, ink bucket style. This way I work faster and I have the alternative to throw whatever I've done in the trash and start over by duplicating the first inked layer once again. For the shadows or highlights, I make an empty layer in between the line art layer and the second one I colored. I personally like to use the color wheel to darken the colors separately. It's not the fastest way to do this, but I like how it turns out. Voila! I think this guy's done, and now to the background. If you remember my watercolor thing I made earlier. I go to the bottom layer and import my creation from before. Turned out pretty cool. Size and crop this thing to your taste and put that signature on the piece. I'm pretty much done now, but the last thing I like to try out with most of my pieces is to take the background layer or the whole thing and play around with hue, saturation and brightness. Sometimes you end up making a change in the last minute. And this can really be useful if you feel stuck in a certain palette or your colors don't feel vibrant enough or just too vibrant. Try it out. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next one. Peace.